My name is Rene Lacad. I'm a 23-year-old entrepreneur based out of Los Angeles, California. Over the past 5 years, I went from being a college dropout living at his mom's house to generating over $5 million in revenue, all because of social media. Just this past year, I've been traveling the world, overcoming fears, and doing things that people only picture in their wildest dreams. As you can imagine, things got pretty crazy.
Bye, fish! Bye!
That's when I decided to hire my best friend from high school, Eric. He makes sure to keep me in check while I focus on the bigger picture.
You can't leave him alone for fucking 5 seconds.
This summer, I decided I wanted to give you guys an inside look on what it's like running a multi-million-dollar business at 23. That's an excuse, dude. That's an excuse. I brought in my close friend Kev to document the entire thing, from my day-to-day operations down to the little shenanigans in between. This entire journey has taught me that we create the reality that we want, or we live in someone else's. Which one are you?
City Boy Summer!
First 18 years of my life, we're here at this house. We used to play like on the streets all the time growing up. I had a single mom, so she would be at work. And I remember she would just say, come back when like the street lights came on. So we would just be playing all around here. So it's time to go in. I'm gonna give you guys a tour. I don't think anyone's home right now, bro. Oh, this is such an Asian household. Look at that fucking haircut. Oh Lord. It's my old room right here.
That's a small room.
Yeah, I know. This is literally where I fucking spent 19 years of my life, 18 years of my life.
Fun fact, Renee's house is the first house I ever slept at. Like that wasn't family.
People else slept on this thing right here.
That was my bed. This was us.
This is Eric.
This was it. We just sit here and just talk, bro.
Is it pillow talk?
Yeah, a little bit. Pillow talk.
It's hot as fuck in my mom's house though. She has no AC. So it's like, I'm sweating balls in here. That's my mom. Why did they draw this shit? Why didn't they just take a picture?
She's rich.
Motherfuckers just drew them?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that's how I went, bro.
Who that? This is the basketball I used to take Eric's ankles whenever we play basketball.
Big cat.
That's what I'd be doing to people, Kev. In the garden, I'd be like...
That's exactly what happened. Get the fuck out of here.
And then we're about to go to my old high school and talk to my teacher. Say what's up to him. He messaged me on Instagram. He was like, hey, let me see the car. So I'm gonna go show him the new car. How are you, sir?
Good. Mrs. Dennis is like, who is that? Hey, how you doing, man?
Good to see you. How was everything? How was
It's good.
school?
It's good. It's good.
It's
It's different. I mean, but you were here when we opened.
I know, it looks like a jail, to be honest. You want to see this?
I want to see the car.
Yes, see the car.
So do you own
not-
it?
it's
You
not-
lease
it's a
it?
lease.
I want to know. It's a lease. Okay.
It's not bad for a college dropout, though. Hop in the passenger seat. Let's do something cool.
Don't kill me.
I'm not gonna kill you.
Oh my god, I can't get out.
This is gonna be fun. By the way, this is my staff. It's Kevin, my videographer.
You Kevin?
That's Eric. He went here senior year, but now he works for me.
No, we were Thai Poly?
Yeah, I see him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't remember somebody looking like you who went here as a senior.
I was the token black kid senior year. I was the token black kid senior year.
Okay, all right, don't kill me.
Yeah, this is where it all started. This is where our journey began anyways. It's funny, the first thing that Rene ever said to me, as soon as we were in the same class, literally the first thing he said to me was, hey, do you play basketball? And I was just like, oh, okay. He's one of those. But no, we ended up playing basketball together. We actually didn't get along super well. And then through whatever circumstances, we just got closer over the year. And then, you know, here we are today, so.
It's gonna be a hard car to get into.
My lease is up at the end of this year, so I'm gonna upgrade.
What is it?
BMW i8.
It's really cool.
Whoa, that was weird.
Oh yeah, we've got all types of stuff. Oh yeah, see, there's your junior one.
Oh Lord.
Oh, look at that. Who's there in front of the senior?
Oh, look at that. Look at Eric right there.
Always been your right hand.
Hey, you always been my right hand, true. Yo, this is fuck. Oh no. That's so bad, dude.
That's sophomore year.
Hey, hold up. Check this stuff. You know what I'm saying? Best and most. I won every time they had this category, so I'm not surprised that I won this year. I like to make myself laugh, and in the process, I make other people laugh. I like to be happy. Yo, flex. I like that. That's good. That's good stuff. Still true to this day.
You got a C first semester.
Mm.
Yeah, yeah, you're like, yeah.
C's get degrees. I didn't get a degree, but.
And you got a C second semester.
Woo-hoo-hoo!
Yeah. 8 missing assignments.
Still waiting on those.
Yeah,
I'm gonna turn those in eventually.
Still waiting, right? Let's see. Should probably
8
like
missing assignments. What was the most missing assignments though?
Oh, in that house? Yeah, you won.
I won.
Oh yeah, you had one.
Like that?
Yeah, you were good first semester.
Yeah, I was good. And then just like.
And then you're like, wait a minute, I'm 15, I'm 16. What am I doing?
This is too hard. Yeah. What are your thoughts on freaking college, Daly? Not your teacher thoughts, your real thoughts.
I think it's great, but I mean, it really depends on the person. I mean, I needed it. I never tried in school because I wasn't that interested.
I kind of like got along with you, fellow teachers, because like, obviously I felt the same way. Like, it didn't make sense to do like all this stuff. Like, to be honest, I had no nothing. I don't remember anything from your class.
You're not using, the history knowledge or the French Revolution. Why would you use that? But working with people, and I mean, it was a very diverse group,
Right.
and I really saw you do that. I remember your classmates got frustrated when you didn't follow through on things, but everyone enjoyed working with you. The hard part, I think, for you was, you liked the social aspects of the school, you liked the creative part, but you didn't like the busy work that's just built into it.
Yeah.
I was never worried about you. I was never worried about you being successful. That was never a problem. So when you came in the class and we were doing stuff, there was never like, I'm worried about that kid.
He ended up going to college. I ended up not trying it and didn't like it. And he finished his college. He got his degree and everything. He's like, shit, I don't know what I'm going to do like the rest of my life. Like, what is there to do? And then he got a job, which was kind of like, it was a job. I was like, dude, come work for me. We're friends. And I will teach you more than like you have learned. Because you learn a lot in the real world. Like, you've probably learned everything you know as an adult. Being a father, being like, all that shit teaches you more than like anything you can learn, like sitting down. Like, you can't sit in a class and they're going to teach you how to be a good dad.
When I think about college, I think that like with the experience that I went through, like I was forced to learn certain things that I didn't find relevant at all or find important to what I wanted to do with like in my passions. But in like the grand scheme of things, like if I would have had the opportunity to just study the things that I was interested in, I can't necessarily say that I would have had the motivation to do so just because of my own innate like lack of motivation, if that makes sense. So it's
so here's the thing. Like, what is your degree in?
environmental studies,
And what do you do for me?
marketing.
I'm not against college. I'm a little against college because they charge a bunch, and I think that's like my biggest thing. Like, if it was like cheaper, it'd be better. I'm against it if your main goal is to make money. Because with him, all the time, like, we always have these conversations where it's like, what do you want out of life? Because, like, people, when they see this flashy shit on social media, they see the Rolex, they see the fucking car, they see all that stuff, they're like, oh, like, he doesn't get it. And I totally get it, but come on, like, this is what I like. Everyone, like, you have to know, like, I feel what makes you happy is the most important part.
Yeah. Well, and I gotta be honest, you'd be bored anyways.
I would be
If you were doing something else. And I think that was probably part of the problem in school was you were probably bored.
Yeah.
You weren't being challenged by interesting things. And the fact is, you know, we're kind of tied to what we have to teach.
Right,
And we
right.
try to make it as interesting as
that's-
possible.
and
But if
that's
you don't have a
another
passion for history, nothing I do is going to really, you know.
Well, that's another thing, too. Like, teachers don't have,
Much say over curriculum.
like, you want to impact kids, but they tell you to do it in this way, so you're limited by the guidelines. Yeah,
So the
and
core
at the same time,
structure.
you have each kid for, like, an hour.
Yeah.
So here it was like...
Yeah, it's like a factory.
Yeah, it's like...
I mean, it was weird here. We didn't have bells. But if you think about it, bells are just shift changes.
True.
You know?
Oh,
Yeah, it's just the
That's
workers
true.
going to the different factories.
that's great. So I think my mom thought when I dropped out of college, she's like, he just wants to fucking smoke weed and like sit at home and do nothing. It's hard to like convince them like, hey, I'm not trying to do that. Just trying to figure out a better way that fits me a little bit more.
It's just a generational thing, I think.
It is joy. So it's changing a little bit. Do you see kids change?
Like in the course of the high school or after?
Because I'm thinking about like the kids nowadays. Like there's like a disconnect. Like me and 15-year-olds, there's a disconnect. I always thought like I'd be the cool guy. Like, oh, what's up, my dad? Like little
see,
15-year-olds.
you realize you're old.
I'm not
you
even
know-
old. I'm 23, but there's
Okay.
a disconnect now.
But what was the first thing? What was the first thing you realized that, what are these kids doing? I don't get it.
Kids started saying Curry instead of Kobe when they shot a piece of paper into the trash can.
Yeah. That's when you know.
I get it. That like yeah, like when I was in your class, right, and I'm shooting paper.
Oh yeah, everyone said,
I'm like Kobe,
I
and
was
kids now are like, kids are saying Curry, and I'm like, whoa.
well, if you notice something with the kids changing, it's you that's changed, not the kids. Years ago, they were trying to figure out what was the biggest indicator for success, you know, in the future, in life. You know, was it GPA? Was it SAT scores? Was it degrees? And when they came out, none of that really kind of mattered. What they found was the number one indicator to show if somebody was going to be successful and happy when they got older was teacher opinion. It didn't matter what their grades or the other things were. It was kind of just they saw them interact with their peers and they saw them in everyday things, and it was a much better indicator of future success, you know, than anything else.
How was I as a student?
You like to goof around. You like to have fun.
Still do.
Yeah.
Still do. It's that's like a thing too, because they're like, I'm still the same Rene. I still fuck around a lot. I do very irresponsible things, but it's like now I'm in charge of people. So it's like, who put me in charge?
You did.
I did. Oh, Eric, it's your girlfriend.
Huh? I don't have girlfriends.
No, what do you do? I mean, I see
Everyone
the
asked-
spreadsheet.
everyone asked
I see
that.
the things. I mean,
I was
it's
like,
funny.
what
'cause-
do you do?
Correct me when I'm wrong.
Mhm.
You're putting together markets with products.
Yes and no. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
a big macro, like big
For
picture.
general sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's honestly just consumerism, and how it works is you literally just find like something that people need and give it to them, and it makes money. It spits out money. It's literally that easy. Like, this is cool because he's seen this, because he came and I already had 3 6-figure companies. I built one in front of him just to kind of show him, because you don't know how easy it is until you see it. It's not real. When I'm online, I'm saying, you could build a 6-figure company, blah, 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 blah. People are like, oh, he's a bullshitter, or he's not telling the truth. But you saw it. There was this company making nothing.
Having an idea.
And yeah, we
Laying it out.
sat there for like 13 hours
14
and
hours,
just
yeah.
refined it.
You know, you got a unique personality, and that is what allowed you to achieve all of this. You know.
You know, it's crazy. Seeing a lot of people from high school come out the woodworks. That's a lot. Everyone messages me now. Everyone messages me. Long, like,
Hey,
breaks.
bro, it's so good seeing you.
It's good seeing you, bro. Like, we were so cool back in the day. Like, it's just, I was like, dude, we never talked. I know you. Yo, how does it feel knowing you run a prison? Huh? What is this? Let the kids have gum. Huh? What is this? Let the kids have gum.
Nice.
Yo, how does it feel knowing you went to prison? This trip's about to be fun, actually. We're about to get into a lot of productive shenanigans. This is awesome.
Successfully put the top up on the car.
How long have you had this?
Like 4 hours.